In the vast, silent halls of power, amidst the crushing weight of empire and the relentless drumbeat of war, a man grappled not just with barbarians at the gates, but with the tempest within. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, understood the profound, corrosive power of resentment. His personal journal, Meditations, whispers across millennia, not of easy answers, but of a fierce daily struggle to maintain inner peace in a world designed to shatter it. Tonight we journey into the emperor's mind to confront the most human of burdens, the desire to cling to grievances, and the arduous yet liberating path of letting go. Imagine the dawn breaking over ancient Rome, not with the promise of serenity, but with the grim certainty of human folly. Marcus Aurelius, each morning, prepared his mind for the inevitable. He knew that the day would bring encounters with the ungrateful, the arrogant, the treacherous, the envious. He was not naive. He did not expect perfection from humanity. Instead, he sought to disarm their power to disturb his own inner equilibrium. His philosophy was not a shield against injustice, but a discipline for how one receives it, how one refuses to allow the external world to dictate the internal state. It was a recognition that much of our suffering comes not from the act itself, but from our judgment of it. Yet merely acknowledging human imperfection is not enough. The true test lies in the aftermath, when the sting of an insult, the betrayal of a trust, or the injustice of a situation takes root in the mind. Marcus knew this insidious process intimately. He recognized that holding on to anger, clinging to resentment, was not a punishment for the offender. Instead, it was a poison consumed by the aggrieved, a self-inflicted wound that festered, clouding judgment and stealing precious peace. Seneca, too, in his letters, often spoke of anger as a temporary madness, a destructive fire that consumes the vessel it inhabits. Forgiveness in this context becomes an act of radical self-preservation, a clearing of the inner space, so that reason may once again hold sway. How, then, does one release such a grip? Marcus offered a profound perspective. Most people act out of ignorance rather than malice. They are simply unaware of what is truly good for them or what constitutes a rational, virtuous path. To understand this is not to excuse their actions but to reframe them. Their wrongdoing stems from a flawed understanding of the world, a distortion of reason, not necessarily a deliberate attempt to harm you. Epictetus, the former slave, taught that what truly belongs to us is our faculty of choice, our judgment. If someone wrongs us, their action is not up to us, but our reaction, our interpretation, our decision to hold on to the grievance, that is entirely within our domain. This shift in perspective transforms the personal affront into an impersonal error, making it easier to untangle the emotional knot. The emperor, burdened by the brevity of human life and the vastness of cosmic time, saw grievances through a unique lens. What is the lifespan of an insult against the backdrop of eternity? What importance does a momentary injustice hold when all things are destined to dissolve back into the universal whole? Marcus urged himself to remember the fleeting nature of all things, the aggressor, the aggrieved, the act itself. To cling to a past wrong is to elevate its significance beyond its true measure. It is to give a fleeting shadow the weight of a stone. This perspective doesn't diminish the pain, but contextualizes it within a larger impersonal flow, inviting the mind to let go of what the current of time will inevitably carry away anyway. Beyond the intellectual understanding of ignorance and the vastness of time, Marcus sought a deeper, empathetic connection. He reminded himself that all humans are parts of a larger whole, akin to limbs of a single body. To resent another is to resent a part of oneself, or a part of the greater organism of humanity. This is the bedrock of Stoic cosmopolitanism, the recognition of shared reason, shared vulnerability, shared destiny. When we forgive, we are not merely absolving an individual, we are reaffirming our place in the cosmic order, aligning our individual reason with the universal reason that governs all. It is a profound act of kinship, a deliberate choice to mend the invisible threads that bind us, even when others seem intent on severing them. Ultimately, the Stoic practice of forgiveness and letting go is about protecting one's most sacred possession, the inner citadel of the mind. Marcus constantly returned to the idea that no external event, no action of another can truly harm the soul unless we permit it. Our inner peace, our tranquility, our capacity for rational thought, these are up to us. To hold a grudge is to surrender this sovereignty, to hand over the key to our inner peace to the very person who wronged us. By choosing to let go, by releasing the emotional charge, we reclaim our autonomy. We assert that our happiness, our moral compass, our sense of self is inviolable and independent of the caprice or ill will of others. This is not weakness, it is the ultimate strength. Forgiveness, then, is not a passive sentiment. It is an active, ongoing discipline, a deliberate choice made moment by moment. It requires vigilance against the insidious creep of anger, the seductive whispers of grievance. Marcus Aurelius did not suggest that this was easy. His meditations are a testament to his daily struggle, his self-admonitions, his constant striving to align his actions with his philosophy. To let go is not to forget the harm, but to choose not to be harmed further by the memory. It is to sever the chain that binds one's present tranquility to a past injury. In this severance lies not just peace, but true freedom. Freedom from the tyranny of external events and the destructive grip of one's own reactive emotions. And so, as the cinematic dust settles on the turbulent reign of Marcus Aurelius, we are left with a powerful, enduring lesson. Forgiveness, for the Stoic, is not a naive overlooking of wrongs, nor an act of weakness. It is a profound strategy for self-liberation, a rigorous practice of the mind. It is the recognition that the true battlefield lies not in the external world of conflicts and slights, but within the sacred confines of our own consciousness. By understanding the ignorance of others, by embracing the brevity of life, and by fiercely guarding our inner citadel, we reclaim our autonomy. We choose not to be defined by the injuries inflicted upon us, but by our reasoned, compassionate response. The heavy mantle of an emperor did not shield Marcus from pain, but his philosophy offered him a path to an unshakable inner peace. May we, in our own lives, however humble, find the courage to walk that same path, to lay down the burdens of resentment, and discover the quiet, profound strength that comes from truly letting go.